Jason here from InfinityInquirer.com, here to bring you a unboxing and a little bit of a tutorial video for the popular Disney Infinity Light FX figures. These have been kind of hit or miss for people in the public, but as a poll you probably might have read for the end of 2015, these are one of the top stories to people that defined the year for Disney Infinity. So overall, I think they're pretty big hit. So wanted to show you an unboxing. Actually, haven't done an unboxing of these figures yet, but also wanted to show you something we'll get to here in a second. You might have saw there in the intro on how to get these figures to glow. But first, we'll start off with the unboxing here. We have Luke and Anakin. Luke is exclusive to Walmart. Anakin is exclusive to Best Buy. We have Darth Vader, who's exclusive to Toys R Us. And then we have Obi-Wan, who's exclusive to GameStop. Yoda, who is exclusive to Target, and then finally Kanan, who is exclusive to Amazon. Excuse me. So anyways, we'll get these all opened up here real quick for you. Nothing special about the box there. The barcode's different, and there's a sticker on there. Otherwise, they're exactly the same as you can get. Again, these are permanent retail exclusives. That is still the plan here. I don't expect Disney to change their minds on that. We'll get to here to show you how to tell the difference as far as the figure goes as well. Posted an article up on Infinity Inquirer as well. There are different ways to tell if you have the right figure to make sure you're purchasing the right one. Obviously, the core one is to look at the sticker on the box. Those stickers do have a chance of coming off, but they are actually pretty on there pretty solidly. I was actually impressed how solid that sticker's on there. I'm sure that came up in multiple conversations for how tight that sticker is on there. I'm sure that was of much debate when they were deciding what to do with these figures. In addition to that, obviously you can see here at the bottom, you'll see here in a second I should say, that the base is a little bit different for the figures. You can obviously, if you're in the store, you can put it on the base there in the store if they have an active one that's working, and if it lights up when you put the package on there, it works the same. But as well, the definite one you can always use is to take a look at the barcode. Obviously, each barcode is going to be a little bit different. And then if it is, typically they're all $1 more. So you can obviously, when you're bringing it up, if it doesn't come up to the price you think it should come up, you might want to pause there as well. But again, the one that's the definitive one, in my opinion, just as the, I don't want to say the easiest, but the one that's the most secure is just checking the barcode there at the bottom. And I'll have the full barcodes up there on an article, InfinityInquirer.com, as well as linked in the description below, just to make sure you get the right one. So, got all 6 available here. Easiest one to show off the black base here, in my opinion, is either Yoda or Mr. Kanan here, Kanan. I always pronounce them wrong. But you can see there, there is a extra black ring around the base that's above the little plastic piece there. That is what is holding the light effects technology in there. So if you're looking in the figure and you can see that black piece there in the box, you know it's the light effects figure. Some of the ones like Darth Vader might be harder to see, because it's a little bit obtrusive on the side, and even some of the ones like Obi-Wan has a little bit of an overlap. So like I said, sticker, price, barcode, whatever you want to choose. So the one piece of information regarding these figures is that they do require the Disney Infinity base to power up. But that is a little bit of an asterisk. It's not like they're required of the Disney Infinity base, and that's it. That's all you can use. You can use other NFC-powered devices. I actually have right here, this is a Skylanders Base. This is for Trap Team. You can tell by Trap there. This is one of the wireless ones they made for the iPad, but it's easier for you because it's wireless on there. You can just push the base, and that powers it on. Then if you put the figure on, then they'll glow. Just like that, and obviously you can get a couple of figures on here as well. But with a wireless one like this, it's going to turn off after a little bit because it's running on battery, so it's not going to last very long. You can use any Skylanders base and plug it into a powered station. What I mean by that is you can't just plug it into the wall. For some reason, they don't have it enabled like that. If you plug it into an Xbox, a PlayStation, a Wii U, even to the back of your TV, or even into your cell phone, that will, see, you can see it turned off there, that will give it power as well. So you can't just take a Skylanders base and plug it into the wall. Disney Infinity, the base is not actively turned on until you launch the game. So that's why a lot of people you might be seeing using Skylanders bases instead, because that you can just have it plugged in. So again, if you have the TV on, you can plug it in there and it will get its power. But if you use a Disney Infinity base, it won't do it until you actively start the game. That's a design choice, the way they chose to do that. So be it for that. So again, I heard some wireless chargers for phones. My wireless charger I have did not work for it, but others might. So again, I just use this one just because it's a little bit easier to show off since it's wireless here. But again, if you just want something cool, you can use a Skylanders base. Again, you just have to have it plugged into some kind of powered on power source, so it can't just be into the wall. But that is the one option there. But you might have seen I have these figure globes that Power A is selling, and you can have them powered on just like that. So a lot of people have been questioning about that. Went back and forth whether I was going to show it or not, just because of safety reasons, but after doing a little bit more research, I'm sure I should be fine showing off how to do that. So let's get started, shall we? Each of these figures, again, has this base in here, and inside this black ring is the important piece. So what you're going to have to do is get some kind of sharp blade, a knife, even like a box cutter or anything like that. Get it in there. Some of them are a little bit harder. My brother-in-law, who's the one who actually did all this for me, found out that Yoda's been the easiest one for whatever reason. I don't know if he has less glue in there, but you just put it in there and Yoda breaks off pretty easily. So I might recommend Yoda be your first one to try if you want to try and do this. Because it's the easiest to get. Again, just a disclaimer of this, as soon as you do this, you're killing the figures. There's no way to make it on there. You'll see here in a second I have, the chip is just thrown away. So I mean, you theoretically might be able to slap the NFC sticker on there somewhere, but again, you're breaking how it works and won't power on a base. You're basically modifying it. So if you want to do it, you're going to have to either buy two figures. Some might figure out a way to do it both ways, but that's going to get a little bit more intrusive to the figures than the easier way I did it. So basically, you're going to have to get rid of the light effects figures if you want them to stay powered on. So that's an important key for this. If you do this, you're giving up your figure. So again, break it off on there, and you'll have the little black ring there at the bottom that has the extra piece. When you break that off, you'll end up like this Yoda figure here, who has his the motherboard there with the capacitor and the wires which are soldered on, which goes the whole way up into Yoda's hand. You'll see his hand has been broken off, so we could show you. It goes up the whole way into that lightsaber, up to a small little LED light. So the LED light is actually that color, so that's why it's a little bit more of a stronger color, you'll see, because the LED bulb itself is that color, plus you're getting amplified by the color of the plastic. So that's how it all works. I've shown you that before in a video. One thing of note that I actually find kind of funny, Darth Vader's chip is red, Yoda's is green, and then all the ones that are all blue are this white color, but all a different color ring there. So you can see this one's blue text, this one's black, green, and then this one's yellow. Some interesting things on there. There is some information written on there. I don't know if you can see all this on there. There is a date there that says, what's that on there? 8/4/2015. So these went into production on August 4th is when these were officially assembled. And then there also is a number there, G7162-, and then it goes from 2G, or 2H I should think is the one, up to 7G. So what's 1G? Who knows? Maybe that's Ezra Kylo Ren? Who knows? I just like to theorize. So again, they all have their own unique number. There's some other technological information on there as well, but that is the base there that we cut off the soldering for. So once you get those wires there, you're gonna have to cut off the wires there from the base, pull them out of the soldering, stuff like that, and you'll basically be left with Yoda and the wires. Then this gets where it gets into a little bit tricky, and you can do it as you choose. We did it one way and then adapted it to a little bit more of an easier to use. So we'll get to that step here then. So what I end up doing, the key of these, again, these are these figure globes that Power A made. They're available at GameStop right now. I think they're available on Amazon as well. They've kind of gone back in stock on there, but GameStop seems to be the most easiest place to get them. Let me get this base on here real quick to show you something. So I just want to show you there. It is locked in there completely, so it just looks like globe. You can obviously take off the top, and you'll see the first piece there. They are bigger than your standard Disney Infinity bases, so they're supposed to slide in there on the figure globes. I just have mine on there and just use black electrical tape. Holds on there pretty strong, so you can do whatever you choose, but that way it stays in there solid. Oh, let's make him face the right way. Now, when you take off the bottom here, it actually is kind of interesting what they did for us as a favor almost. The bottom slides out, and then there actually is a gap there under the figure base where you can actually slide the wires from the figure into the base. So when you slide them in there, you can actually get your wires down here. Now what I had originally done, we just had some AAA batteries and had them electric taped together and put the cord, attached the wires to them, and that powered it on. But obviously if you ever want to turn it off, you have to disconnect the wires, do all kind of fun jazz. So we ended up invested in some battery switches here, which you can get from Amazon for fairly cheap. I got a pack of 5, come in packs of 5 when you need 6, so I bought 2. But they're only a couple bucks, so they're not that bad. That way, when you plug it in there, it has this nice on-off switch that cuts the current there for it. Now, the wires, I'm not going to de-tape it here, but the wires you'll see are taped up here. We have ours just taped together. They do have those wire caps on there, but they can take a little bit of time doing. And one night, again, when my brother-in-law was doing this for me, we decided to do it a little bit, I don't say temporary, but the easier solution. But if you want a better permanent solution, recommend getting those caps that they have available to slide the wires in there. And like I said, inside of here are 2 AAA batteries. If you don't want to use the cases, you just want to use for a proof of concept attached to batteries, your black cord, which is the same on all of them, that is your negative. So that's the non-bubbled side, the flat side of a AAA battery. The red side is red, can be different for each figure, is a different color. Or I should say it's green for Yoda. The red and black is coming from the battery pack. So I should say the green for Yoda, red for Vader, blue for all the blue sabers. Again, kind of fun how they did that. That is your positive cord. So you want to attach that to the positive end of the battery. So again, that's how you would use that. Again, I have them taped together to the cords coming out of this battery pack, and then just taped right against the wall there. And then obviously, like I said, it actually fits it entirely shut. But again, so it is nice. You can pull it off. Just flip the switch. If you even only want to leave it on there, you don't even have to. It just slides on a little bit. The figure globe gives you a little rubber bases there, so kind of add some extra safety for it. But that's the core of it all. Again, it's kind of a fast tutorial. Like I said, if you don't know what you're doing or you don't feel comfortable, I mean, it might not be worth doing. These are $13, $14 things. You can basically say do whatever how you choose to do it. Again, it's not the easiest thing. It's not the hardest thing either, but it's not as simple as break off a piece and plug it in. I mean, there's a little bit of some trial and error there, and like I said, it's a lot of people, if you know anybody who's an electrician or anything like that, they might be able to help you a little bit more getting this accomplished. But if you can get it accomplished, it does create this nice effect. So again, break off the black, or the plastic piece to be left. You want to separate the plastic with the black rim, I should say. Break that off to get this. Just cut off that chip, take the wires out. You might have to slice the wires a little bit to get a little bit more of the copper wire. Then you can just reattach them to the cables to this cable box if you choose to. The little switch here that allows you again to get that nice power switch. Or if you just want to use the batteries, then just do it on attaching the positive and negative. Again, black is negative. The colored label is then positive. You can do it with 1 battery, or you can do it with 2 batteries if you choose to, like you normally would the battery pack. You just need to get a copper wire to attach to the back side to seal them together. So you're going to need to have something as like a joining or connector you might hear in some technological terms. So just another copper wire that goes on the back. If you have just the battery pack set up like this, then you're totally fine. You're good to go. Put the batteries in there and the wires come out. They do all the hard work for you. Then just electrical tape the 2 wires together and you'll end up like this. Now the key to remember is with the batteries on there is going to be more powerful than the power source that you're getting through something like this. So again, it's going to be impossible to know, but the burnout rate is going to be faster on this battery on the LED than it will be through this. You will see that the capacitor on there does give a little bit of some power to it, so you can see, you might have noticed already at home, when you take off your figures, they do glow for just a split second, because there's enough power on that capacitor, which is this thing here, to power just for temporarily. But again, all the power is passing through there. I think this is what, 25 volt? Yeah, 25 volt. So again, you might burn out your LED quicker in there by using these batteries. So again, it's up to you. But like I said, it's kind of hard to use these as regular figures once you do so. You can obviously take the NFC chip and just slap it right there once you peel off the sticker. I wish I don't think we threw ours away, but there is an NFC chip that's in the you can always see it in there. This one's actually harder to see. I wish I had a regular Infinity figure nearby. I guess I actually will bust open Jack Skellington. That one didn't have it either. But some of them you can see there's a nice NFC chip, a little sticker there at the bottom that you can see there, so you can peel that off. That's what's holding your Infinity character data. So if you want to, obviously you can slap it even on the bottom of the base, but it'd be kind of hard to play like that. So theoretically you can do it if you want to, but again, you're going to have to split this no matter what to get to those crucial wires to power it up without any base, unless Disney Infinity comes up with some crazy awesome other solution, but we shall see. Again, no matter what, they're going to probably have to have some wire coming out the back, plug it in, AC power, which is another way of doing it if someone wants to do it that way as well, which would get rid of any kind of cutting the wire. So again, a lot of information to go through there. I might be able to help you ask some questions there. I know the core process there, but again, this is basically just a proof of concept showing you there. This is not a pure tutorial on how to do it. Again, if you have no idea what I was talking about, just don't attempt it. But if you feel comfortable, if you've done this kind of stuff before, then by all means have fun at it. Again, you're going to be breaking your figures, but good luck. Hopefully some of you just help some of you. If it doesn't help you, hopefully it's just at least interesting to you to see them. Again, super awesome. Love these light effects figures. Again, I hope they do make a more permanent solution for people who just want to have them powered up. But anyways, still super fan of those. So again, thanks for checking out the video. You can always follow me over at infinityinquirer.com, where I'll get you all the latest Disney Infinity news, rumors, and everything like that. You can follow Infinity Inquirer on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Facebook's that's facebook.com/Infinity Inquirer, Twitter, twitter.com/Infinity Inc. That's INQ, short for Inquirer. And then Instagram and YouTube both use the same handle of Jason Inquires, which is my personal Twitter handle as well, if you want to follow me personally. That covers all the Toys Life and other collecting news, then everything else I cover across the multitude of different websites. So, again, check it out. Thanks for checking out this video. Share it with your friends, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Again, hope to find you interesting. So, again, definitely check out the figures. At worst, just the figures themselves. Again, just playing on the base, it's super awesome to have them light up. So hopefully go check out your retailers and buy the rest of those. And hopefully they bring some more light effects figures to come. But there's a pretty good chance we're going to see some future Disney Infinity figures in light effects form. So again, thanks for checking the video. And until next time, this is Jason from infinityinquirer.com.